That's his face! Stop it!
What started as a protest over ICE in Minnesota has exploded into a full-blown culture war showdown. Dragging in a rap superstar, a former CNN anchor, and now the President of the United States. Don Lemon fired back after Nicki Minaj launched a homophobic attack over his reporting, and amid their war of words, Donald Trump escalated the backlash by amplifying calls for Lemon's arrest. The controversy began Sunday, January 18, when Don Lemon, now an independent journalist, live-streamed and posted footage from an anti-ICE protest at a Minneapolis church. The protest interrupted a church service at City's Church, where Pastor David Easterwood also serves as acting director of ICE's St. Paul field office, a dual role confirmed through official records and a cease and desist letter from the St. Paul city attorney. The protests followed weeks of unrest in Minnesota after the January 7th shooting death of Renee Good by an ICE officer, a case that has sparked protests statewide. Lemon shared video from the scene, noting the disruption and the tension. But overnight, the coverage triggered a blistering response from rapper and Trump loyalist Nicki Minaj. In a post on X, Minaj launched a personal attack on Lemon using a homophobic slur, calling him disgusting and demanding he be jailed. Her post included a photo of a Chucky doll, a move many interpreted as intimidation. Lemon, who is openly gay and married to his husband, Tim Malone, did not respond immediately, but his reaction soon followed. In a statement to TMZ, he delivered a sharp, cutting response. He also posted a response video to his social media, urging Minaj to get a life and grow some brains. The response quickly went viral, with supporters praising Lemon for standing firm, while critics accused him of fueling the fire. Lemon has since continued defending his reporting, insisting that documenting protests, even uncomfortable ones, is a core function of the press. But amidst the virtual attacks came the escalation. On Monday, January 19th, U.S. President Donald Trump reposted content on Truth Social from an account calling for Don Lemon to be sentenced to 40 years in prison simply for appearing at the protest site. Trump added no commentary of his own, letting the repost speak for itself. The post referenced recent cases where elderly abortion protesters received lengthy sentences under the FACE Act, implying Lemon should face the same consequences. The repost landed just hours after the Department of Justice confirmed that protesters who entered the church service are under federal investigation, potentially under the FACE Act and the KKK Act. At this point, it remains unclear whether Lemon faces any legal exposure. Video from Lemon's livestream shows him narrating events as protesters entered the church, chanting "Hands up, don't shoot," and "ICE out." In the video, Lemon is heard saying, "This is what the First Amendment is about. Protests are not comfortable." Lemon's brutal shutdown on Minaj comes amid the Trinidadian singer-songwriter's deep dive into political and religious rhetoric in recent months, thanking Trump during a United Nations speech, appearing at Turning Point USA event, and drawing backlash for comments critics viewed as anti-trans. A month ago, Minaj spoke with Charlie Kirk's widow and now CEO of TPUSA, Erica Kirk, on stage at Turning Point USA's America Fest. After the event, the rapper faced backlash for asking young men to look up to Trump and U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance as idols, while saying, "Boys be boys. It's okay, be boys." Many viewers interpreted her comment as anti-transgender rhetoric. This sparked calls for deportation, following which she took a short break from social media.
And what do you think about for young men? For young men.
And for young men, don't be new scum. Yes, see, dear young men, you have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president. And you have amazing role models like the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president. And when I say that,
Trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're fine.
Meanwhile, Minnesota officials are openly challenging ICE's expanded presence. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey has announced legal action to limit ICE deployment, warning that state and federal authorities are now literally fighting one another. In Minnesota, tensions between protesters and ICE agents have escalated following the shooting death of Renee Good by an ICE agent, Jonathan Ross, in Minneapolis, and a separate shooting of a man by an ICE agent in North Minneapolis.